Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Hack Me Silly video. Today we're going to be covering the Go to Bank Without Logging In challenge. This is a pretty good challenge. It teaches you a few cool things about the internet and how pages work. As you can see, I already have my Hack Me Silly application up and running in Docker, so I'm going to go ahead and start the walkthrough. So let's break this challenge down. We want to get to the bank page without being logged in, right? So if we go directly to the bank page now, well, we are logged in. We can see we're logged in as noob. And, you know, they have their loans, their deposits, everything associated with their account because we are logged in. Let's take a look at the URL, right? So this is saying that on the web server, localhost 3000, we are looking at the bank page or document. So if you didn't know this, the internet is composed of billions and billions of documents, and that's all web pages are, right? It's just a document that's in a file system somewhere. So when you think about the Hack Me Silly website as a whole, right, it's just a collection of documents and pages that have special permissions, whether you can or can't go to them based on those permissions, right? So if we log out and we try to go to the dashboard, right, and we press enter, you're going to see that we cannot get there because we're being redirected back to the login page because we're not logged in already. So what happens if we try to go directly to bank? Oh my gosh, we can get here. That's pretty interesting. And now let's look for the key. We go to the console. We can see an object here. Pretty cool. And whoops, forgot to make you redirect. So let's make sure we get those curly brackets in here. Ah, there we go. And we can copy this. And something interesting that happens is when you click on keys, you get redirected back to the login screen, right? And that's because we tried to go to a page that, or a document that does have that redirection code implemented. So the thing that was missing in the bank page was that redirection. And that's to stop users from being able to access documents or pages that they shouldn't. So if we skip the login, go to keys, and we now enter the key, we'll see, woohoo, congratulations, we've completed the go to bank without logging in problem. But next time you're in an interview or something, what should happen and how this sort of problem should be fixed is anytime you try to go to a certain page or document inside of your website, you need to run some sort of onload code that checks the user's authentication. And not only just that, because they can send, somehow they're intelligent and they can beat that feature. And then if we go to bank and we want to deposit $100, right? We deposit $100 and now our money increases. Well, what's happening when we deposit that $100? Well, it's using Noob's username and API key, which in this scenario is a secret, to go to the back end and deposit $100. Well, if somebody gets in and they get past your redirection mechanism and they deposit $100, what's going to happen? Every single request that you send to the server has to involve the user's secret key, right? Otherwise, anybody can send those requests. Anybody can do cross-site request forgeries. They can get into the bank app by beating the redirection mechanism, and then they can send requests to the server that are unauthenticated. So something to remember is that every request subsequent to, meaning coming after, the redirection mechanism also has to have an authentication mechanism implemented with it. Otherwise, you're going to run into a world of trouble. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember that every request needs to be authenticated, not just authentication itself. Bye, guys.